So Donald Trump came out swinging against radical Islam after the Orlando terror attack, and Hillary suddenly flip-flopped on using that term, radical Islam. Let's watch.
Said that we face terrorist enemies who use Islam to justify slaughtering innocent people. And, whether you call it radical jihadism, radical Islamism, I think they mean the same thing. I'm happy to say either.
Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton today talking about, as we have, the semantics around this radical Islamic terrorism. Here's what Clinton said December about this.
So what's the problem with radical Islam?
Well, the problem is that sounds like we are declaring war against a religion. And that, to me, is number one, wrong.
Even though the qualifier radical is there?
No, because, look, you know enough about religion. You've studied it. And there are radicals, people who believe all kinds of things in every religion in the world.
And she reiterated that at a Democratic debate this primary season. We're back with the panel. The back and forth today, Charles.
Well, on Hillary and the term radical Islam, what has changed between the interview and today? No Bernie Sanders. The campaign is over. She doesn't have to appeal to her left, so all of a sudden she discovers the term, which is the reason I really like completely cynical liberals who have no principles. They will occasionally get it right. With a principled liberal, they'll get it wrong every time. But with Hillary, as soon as it is now convenient, she will continue to say radicalism, which is a good thing.
I have so much to say about this. So first of all, you can go back and look at the segments, because when Hillary initially was like dancing around using the term, I did a segment where I was like, why the fuck are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Just say it. Because, understand, guys, it's not what a lot of people fear it is. Like, a lot of people on the left are like, I don't want to say it because of reasons X, Y, and Z, that, I fear you're generalizing about all Muslims, yada, yada. But that's not true. There is a qualifier there. The qualifier is radical Islam. Radical is the qualifier. So you could say radical Christianity led to the KKK. It's literally a Christian organization where they quoted Bible verses about how slavery is awesome and segregation is awesome. That is a radical Christian group. Does that mean that you're saying MLK is with the KKK and you're demonizing all Christians? No, you're not. So when you say radical Islam, the fear that you're demonizing all Muslims is nowhere near true. If you were demonizing all Muslims, you would say something like all Muslims are X, or you would ban all Muslims from entering the country like Donald Trump is doing. That is literally generalizing about all Muslims, okay? So when you use the term radical Islam, it really is a case of, when liberals are hesitant to do it, it really is a case, you got to keep it real, of them being too politically correct. Where it's like you're word policing yourself because you don't want to be offensive when that's really not offensive, and you have a qualifier, radical Islam. So I screamed at her. I said, you should have said it from the beginning. It's stupid not to. You're going to get yourself in trouble. You're going to get yourself in trouble. And what happened? I was exactly fucking right. She got herself in trouble. Because now when an attack happens and Donald Trump's out there like, I'm obviously going to protect you, at least I identify the problem. They don't even identify it. They don't even say radical Islam. They can't even say the fucking words. So that's how you know I'll protect you and they won't. How are you going to fight a problem when you can't even accurately explain what it is? So when he makes that argument, what does Hillary do? Oh, did I not say it? I mean, of course I'm fine with saying it. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Hillary, we have you on fucking tape saying, here's why I don't want to say it. And now when an attack happens, you go, of course I'll say it. Of course I'll say it. And then Krauthammer's like, see, just an unprincipled liberal trying to say whatever to get elected. Yeah, that's totally true in her case. That is totally true in her case, and it's so sad to watch. But, so here's how I would have handled it. Now, like I said, from the beginning I would have said radical Islam, because I don't think you're generalizing about all Muslims when you say radical Islam. And you can be clear about that too. Hillary can say, if she were so inclined, oh, radical Islam is definitely a problem, but let's keep in mind the overwhelming majority of Muslims are good people. Totally fine. You could have said that, but no, she had trouble saying even radical Islam. So she should have said it from the beginning, but she didn't say it from the beginning. So now, since you already started down the wrong path, you can't give in to his framing. So what do? You got to flip it into a positive for you, Hillary. So what I would have done is, I would have said, No, there's a reason I don't say it. It's not specific enough or accurate enough. I say Salafi jihadism. Why? Because that's what it is. It's Salafi jihadism. And then you flip it back on Trump. The problem is with me? The problem isn't with me. I just happen to know the accurate terminology. Go ask Donald Trump if he knows what a Salafi jihadist is. Go ask Donald Trump if he knows what the Wahhabi school of thought is within Islam. Ask him. Ask him if he knows the difference between the Wahhabi school of thought and the Sufi school of thought. Guess what? He ain't going to know the difference. So he might use a term like radical Islam. That's because he's not well-read enough to get even more specific. Where, of course, there's a problem within the religion, a certain percentage of the religion, but that is the Salafi jihadist portion of the religion. So again, from the beginning, I would have said it, but since she didn't and she already started down the wrong track, you got to flip it back on him. You can't give in to his framing because you lose if you do that. So what do? No, I'm right, he's wrong. It's Salafi jihadist. He doesn't know what Salafism is. He doesn't know what Wahhabism is. So he's the one that's using the wrong terminology. Ask him about that. And then you go on to explain, I'm going to take lectures about something like the different schools of thought within a religion from this buffoon who literally didn't even know the difference between Hamas and Hezbollah. That's what's going to happen? So I'm going to take lectures from this clown of all clowns on terminology when he doesn't know what Salafi jihadism is, he doesn't know what Wahhabism is, and he literally didn't know the difference between Hamas and Hezbollah. No. You're talking to the wrong person. I know what I'm talking about. I was Secretary of State, bitch. He wasn't. He was bankrupting 4 companies when I was talking to world leaders. You go talk to him about this. That's how you deal with it. But of course, Hillary, yet again, does not know how to deal with it. She doesn't know how to handle Trump. She just doesn't. She doesn't know you got to bitch slap him. You got to slap him around, call him a little boy. That's what you do. You say, you're coming after me for terminology, for fucking terminology. Here's some terminology for you. You didn't know the difference between the Kurds and the Quds Force. How about that? What is that? Go ahead. Donald, tell me right now. Donald, you're on the spot. Tell me what the difference is between Hamas and Hezbollah. Go. I'm not going to give you time. I'm not going to let you be vague. Tell me right now. Go. If in the debates, I'd put him on the spot. Tell me the difference between Hamas and Hezbollah right now. Go. Tell me the difference. Tell me the difference. Tell me the difference. Tell me the difference between Sunni and Shia Islam. Go. Can you do it? Can you do it? Can you do it? You can't fucking do it. You can't do it. Don't lecture me about terminology. I'm more specific and accurate. I recognize Salafi jihadism is the problem. You go, radical Islam because I don't know specifics. This is how you deal with this little bitch.